How we doing, Jets fans? This is Jets Chaos with Jeremy, and I bring the chaos. Hey, what's new? Rumors, of course. When there's no news, it's time for rumors. And this is the great one. We're going to get Terry McLaurin. We're in the running for Terry McLaurin. Oh boy. And what's it going to cost us? Let's see. Corey Davis? And possibly a draft pick, like a second pick or a third pick, or maybe a player, like one of our younger players we're just going to throw in so we can trade Corey Davis, who makes $12.5 million, for a wide receiver who's going to want close to $30 million? Let's see. Let me think about this. Corey Davis was on pace to get 900 plus yards last year. That's what he was doing in a fiasco of an offense. An offense where our quarterback was running for his life, where the offensive line was missing assignments, and all hell was breaking loose. It was pitiful how we were playing. We were getting shut out in games. Yet, Corey Davis, without injury, was going to get 900 plus yards. Did he have an offseason where he dropped a few passes in a new system and all this chaos? Yes. Okay, fine. Now we look over at Terry McLaurin. Well, look, if we are willing to trade a guy that makes $12.5 million and increase the hit on our salary cap by $16-17 million and throw in some young talent or a conditional pick, this guy must be amazing, right? He must be so much better. But is he? I see a guy who barely broke 1,000 yards last year. I see a guy who scored 6 touchdowns. Corey Davis had like 4 or 5, and he missed half the year. I go back to 2020, and there was about a 150-yard difference between the two receivers in yardage. And Corey Davis had as many touchdowns. Is Terry better than Corey? Maybe. Yeah, probably. Maybe I'm nuts to even say maybe or probably. Okay, Terry's better. Is he George Fant better? Let me explain. The difference in the potential salary alone could be the salary of a Fant, of a George Fant. You could sign George Fant and extend him, and we could lock down one of those tackle positions for another 2 to 3 years, and have Corey Davis for the remainder of his next 2 years, or we can have just Terry, because he statistically is a little bit better, about 150 yards better. Doesn't score as many touchdowns or any more. Corey Davis would have a lot more touchdowns than him last year. My question is why? If you're going to pay this crazy wide receiver market, you better be a Deebo Samuel or a Tyreek Hill. But it's going to be a guy that gets, 150 more yards than the guy we already have. For $12.5 million, we have Corey Davis locked in. Okay, he's better, but is he literally George? Let's think about it. George Fant had a season that was practically and arguably a Pro Bowl season at tackle. Very high rating. Was our most solid player on the offensive line. That's the kind of guy. The difference in salary pays that guy. And you still have a wide receiver that's nearly as productive. And you have Elijah Moore and Garrett Wilson and Berrios. So is the improvement in the wide receiver position enough to say that we're going to extend our cap hit by $16-17 million? That doesn't sound like Joe Douglas. This sounds like unfounded rumors. Yes, we always look to improve our team, but is that a big enough improvement? And then what? We let George Fant walk because we say he wants $15-16 million if he has another really good year, and we say that's too much? I think that's crazy. Then we have to go in and hope Max Mitchell works out or be in the hunt for a tackle? Why? We're a run-first offense. We built up an offensive line and got another premier rusher. We have Corey Davis, Elijah Moore, Berrios, and we invested the 10th overall pick on Garrett Wilson. Now we're going to take and invest another 15 or 16 million for a guy who doesn't have 1,500 yards, 1,600 yards from the line of scrimmage. He doesn't have 10 touchdowns, 12 touchdowns. Look at the numbers. Look at the stats. I'm not saying he's not a good wide receiver. I'm not saying he's not better than Corey Davis. But it's not enough of an improvement to give away $15 to $17 million. Let's use our head. We're trying to maintain cap flexibility. We had dead money for so long. It finally got cleaned up. And now we're going to throw $15, $16 million around. For what? For 150 yards more production? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. No trade, no deal. Not that I'm worried about it, because there's just a silly rumor, probably just another rumor that's meaningless anyway. Anyway, that's how I feel. If you disagree with me, it doesn't mean you have to hate on me. You can still like the video. You can. You can still hit this one and watch a different video, and maybe you will agree with me. You can hit that little Mr. Clean guy and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. Take care and be well, Jets fans.